here we go again. But I got my window fixed on the other side so we don't have as much background noise to deal with. This car's never perfect, but you know, like I was telling you, I think what I need to do is just start banging stuff at you. Because I looked at my, I got 40 videos out there. Some of them only been watched once. I personally think they're pretty good, and that assessment can never be made unless they're watched. But that's on you guys. I know that if I keep doing this, eventually an awareness will come and a curiosity will then, I'm going to do, let's say I do 100 of these, and it's number 79 that grabs you by the ass, touches the chord in you that needs to be resonated to open the door. Okay? Understand. I'm a big-time master teacher. I'm kind of the no-screw-around Buddha. I'm here to save the world, not fuck around, not plan on something that's going to happen 3 centuries from now. And at the same time, I'm here to help us make it better. We were talking about garbage yesterday. This is a heartfelt appeal to you guys. Please, stop trashing the planet. Don't throw shit on the ground. You got you people who dump your ashtrays on the ground. My God. What is it that makes you think that that's okay? You ever ask yourself, only you can hold you accountable.
In 1 mile, take a slight right turn.
The rest of us can kind of imply it, but you're the one who has to make those decisions. So let's say you're one of those guys who tap that crap on, you put all your cigarette butts and your ashes on the street. You don't really, and you smoke filtered cigarettes to make it worse. You don't really care that birds occasionally eat those filters, thinking they're insects. Because, birds are ravenous, they just grab and swallow. And of course, they can't process it, so it stays lodged in their stomach. Their gastric juices permeate the filter and cause it to expand, and they die an excruciating death. Now, why in the hell would you want to set that up for something? All God's creatures, part of the magic, part of the wonder. That's part of the reason I watch that educational stuff.
Use the right lane to take a
slight what's going on
to merge onto State Road 23 North.
I don't have words for it. That's how awesome it is. And I know that there's a lot of you folks that don't avail yourself of that. Why not? Don't you understand that all this technology that we've been given has been given...
Take a slight right turn.
So that we will learn more, so that we will become more aware, so we can get our heads out of the sand. Lots of you have your heads stuck in the sand. And my job is to kind of tap you a little bit and say, oh, by the way, pull that head out of the sand. Or out of any other dark place that you can think of. Yesterday, I was telling you something and I missed. This was directed at guys. So let's talk about subtlety. What makes you a man? And women, you have this, but this is a specific male problem. And I'm addressing the notion of guys pissing on the floor as a part of their urinary process. And also sticking that leaky thing back in their underpants, which of course absorb it. And then they have this hint of urine about them. Little kids are real, because first of all, they're down low, And one of those guys will come in, and when they go by, the little kid will say to their mom, he smells like pee-pee. That's because you do, okay? So...
In 6.1 miles, take exit 37
right away. I told you, my dad was a dick, but he was also a wise man. I was very young. And we had to go, I don't know where it was. But I mean, I've been doing it all my life, so I was very young. But he explained about how you leak after you urinate. He says to prevent that from getting in your pants, because he was a fastidious dude. He didn't want no pee in his pants, Get a little piece of toilet paper and blot the tip of your dick a few times, and it'll take virtually, if not all of that leftover urine out of your penis. And what that means is you're not going to drip in your underwear, and you're not going to drip on the toilet seat. So, when you address the subject of dripping on the toilet seat, any woman will tell you, guys, if you're one of those guys who pees on a seat and or the rim, so that when you're done it's visible, that just shows you don't give a shit. Me. It's called marking. Lower animals mark. We're supposed to be above that. Of course, we know we're not, don't we? There's all kinds of guys out there marking their territory on a regular basis, and girls have their own way too. But this is more guy stuff. So, I would offer you that it really is worth your while to try and become a classy guy. The world benefits when you're a classy guy. It doesn't matter what you do, what your work is, what your lifestyle is. It's about you. Are you a classy guy? And a classy guy is a guy who does everything that's possible within his purview to make the world as beautiful as he can, all of the time. So, let's come back to pissing. Some of you guys are disgusting. You know, the goddamn hole's that big, you can't hit it, and you're hovering over it. It just shows your disregard for the rest of the world. It's one of your ways of saying, fuck you, world! Here, take my piss! Fuck you! That's what you do every time you do that. Some of you smile, you smirk. Yeah, fuck this. Especially if it's somebody else's house. You know, public restrooms, it's expected. But in somebody else's house, whoa, big marking going on, you know? Don't do that. It reflects really poorly on you. If you're trying to make points with a woman or a girl that you're pursuing, and you're right on the edge, you know, you haven't won it. You're not the guy she's been looking
In 2
for.
miles, take exit
You're
37.
trying to work your way into the spot, but you're sitting right on the precipice. I promise you, you piss on her toilet, you're gonna lose. So, what do? Remember, Bhagwan's dad said, get a piece of toilet paper. You could do it with just a little piece, but then you won't have the tools to do the rest of what you should do if you have style. First, blot your dick. Get that stuff out of there so you're not carrying that scent of urine around with you all the time. Second, take that thing and wipe that lid clean. I wipe it whether I hover over the toilet enough so I don't miss. But I'm not saying I've never missed. Sometimes you've got to get there and it squirts. But clean the edge of the toilet so that that should be clean all the time when you leave it. And finally, if you actually pissed on the floor, clean it up. Grab a little, whatever amount of toilet paper.
Use the right lane to take exit 37.
Squat your ass down and clean up your fucking mess. No one should have to do that after you. And it is, in that genre of stuff, only shitting on their floor is worse than what you're doing when you do that.
Take the exit, then keep right onto Arga.
You know, we need more people with class. Not class that you buy because you have shit. Class that comes to you when you
Use the right
style.
lane to keep right onto
When you
Arga.
understand the rules of the game, the protocol of civilized living. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want to help you learn and acquire
Keep right.
for yourself. And you know, it's not hard. My wife, I tell you, we're married 37 years. I bet it took her 17 years to train me to put the toilet seat down. Remember I was talking about old dogs, you can't treat old dogs, new tricks. And during that period I was analyzing why I wouldn't put the toilet seat down. Okay, so why should you? First, let's do it the other way. Why should you put the toilet seat down? Guys, you'll hear guys say, "Ah, fuck her, she can put the lid down." And of course she can. In almost every circumstance that you can imagine, she can...
In 1.7 miles, turn right onto
Staplesville Drive.
And that one can really hurt her. Has really hurt her.
Stay in the middle
There are
lane.
women who have died because of that single lack of courtesy. If she's gonna shit herself so bad that she's moving at 312 miles an hour to get on that toilet, when she comes through that bathroom, her ass is already aimed at that bowl. And you know this, if you guys, same way. You know, you just make it, and your ass explodes, and it's just wonderfully disgusting. Matter of fact, I just had a couple words with my grandson because he did that. I gave him 3 days to realize what he did, and he did. So I cleaned it up for him. And then I gently told him, you know, you did that, I took care of it, but grown men should clean up their own shit. If you have an ass explosion and it's all over the walls of the toilet, clean the fucking thing up. It's your mess. You know, I don't understand why that doesn't make sense to people. Maybe because no one's telling them, you know? Maybe I'll be that guy that you never had in your life who was actually not afraid to challenge the way you do your shit. I just want it to be better for you. And an intrinsic thing in that is that it's better for everybody. You know, unless you're a nasty fuck, and then what's better for you may not be so good. You know? But, you know, I'm talking about the general. Remember I told you about we're trying to raise the common consciousness. I don't give a shit what you believe.
In 1 mile,
All of
turn
that is
Onto
just in your
Staplesville
head.
Drive.
I'm more concerned with what you know and what you've experienced and the curiosity that you might possess that would cause you to know more and experience more and believe nothing. You can accept, you know. Someone says, well, you believe in God? You know, of course. But more accurately is I accept God. I understand to the core of who I am that that's all there is.